So now we're going. We are recording. Right meow, right meow.
Can I tell you about what I wanted to tell you about earlier?
You could tell me about anything that you want to
All right,
now.
cool. So, I was driving home from work today,
Uh-huh.
and I had a rumbly in my tumbly.
Oh, okay.
And so I was driving by the Home Depot before I got here,
Uh-huh.
and there's a Popeye's chicken.
Popeyes is an interesting place. I feel like Popeyes is good, but it's kind of expensive. But then again, I'm definitely like a frugal person.
Yes, but I was in the mood for fried chicken. I didn't
Okay.
feel like going up 3 blocks to KFC.
Uh-huh.
And so, and the Popeyes line was short. So I was like, screw it. YOLO, let's do it. And so I got a spicy chicken sandwich and an 8-piece nugget.
Okay.
And so I opened up the 8-piece nugget, and I'm actually genuinely surprised. It was actually chopped up pieces of chicken breast that they deep fried fresh, and it was just delicious and juicy.
Uh-huh.
I was actually super excited. Usually when I go to Popeyes, they tell me that they're sold out of their sandwiches, and so then I get, mad, and I just say, okay, well, never mind, can't.
Sorry. There's something. What's the phrase? Something bit my toe? Something. I feel like there's a phrase. You know what? Just proceed. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Okay. I was just excited about Popeye's chicken that I actually got to get some, because I never get Popeye's chicken.
Get some.
Get some.
That's cool. I've had Popeyes twice.
I think I've had Popeyes 4 times.
Yeah.
And every time I get it, it's just...
It's just okay.
It's just okay. I don't know why someone would... For a Popeyes chicken.
Popeyes. Have you ever had, not Church's, what's that other one called that they just opened up down the street? Right next to the In-N-Out.
Oh, the chicken.
Cane's.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Raising Cane's?
I'm not a fan.
Dude, my babunya is obsessed with Raising Cane's.
Why?
And, I don't know. I guess she just likes the fried chicken. And,
It's chicken nuggets.
I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's like everything is like chicken fingers. I was driving around with her the other day, and I got one. I got a meal, and so the reason I liked it was because it was very filling. It was very greasy. The same sensation as eating a giant pizza that just has 7,000 calories and it's just super bad for you.
But you're getting that in a sandwich.
You're getting it in a sandwich, yeah. And so, but that heavy, greasy, that feeling is what makes it tricks your brain into thinking that was good because it was filling. It was a lot. I'm gonna stay alive for longer because I have a lot of calories inside me right now. But I felt like there wasn't much going on.
No, the flavors, it's I don't know,
kind of wacky.
And the first time I went there, the guy bought it for me, one of my coworkers. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna love this place. You're white. You love fried chicken."
Was that a thing? White guys? Blah, blah. I feel like that's not a thing.
It's not a thing. White guys like KFC and I don't know.
Like Taco Bell. Yeah. Taco Bell is the bomb.
I was like, don't get me started on Taco Bell.
The mild sauce.
Don't. Oh my gosh. So, but I'll tell you the reason why I was going to Popeyes. I was sitting in so much traffic. So this morning going
today.
Okay. Going to work on the 5 freeway, there was traffic. It's a Saturday at 3 in the morning.
It's also the 5 freeway, and it's the 3rd largest city in the U.S.
If you're going north, yes, I would understand. I'm going south, or 605 south, there was traffic.
Technically, you're going southwest. No, east. Never. What is it? Never eat shredded wheat. You're going southeast. No, yeah, southeast.
Southeast. Whatever.
Southeast.
It's southeast.
Thank you, Mrs. Chamberlain, my 3rd grade teacher, for teaching me that. Go ahead.
Wait, what was your thing? Never eat...
It was never eat shredded wheat. And you go clockwise. You go north is never, and then eat shredded wheat.
Never. Well, mine was never eat sour watermelon.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Yours sounds funner.
Yeah, but my whole entire thing that just chaps my hide is, okay, I am driving in the vroom vroom lane, which is the lane number 3 or lane number 4 on the 5 and 605 freeway. I set my cruise control to 80 or 79 miles per hour. And I got people driving 65, 70 in the whole entire vroom vroom lane at those times in the morning. And I know they're just following the speed limit, but if anything, they're just going to cause an accident because you got people like me that are just not wanting to be awake in the morning. Just cruise control, just steering wheel kind of thing like that. But why the heck do people drive 65 in the fast lane?
So what you're saying is that it pisses you off when people drive the speed limit in the fast lane. I can see where you're coming from. Personally, I drive like a grandma. I'm a super cautious, super slow driver unless I'm off-roading.
Are you in like the middle lane though?
I'm usually in the middle lane, but,
Okay.
but I'm not in the middle lane for any particular reason other than I don't want to get stopped by a cop because you're never supposed to be the fastest guy and you're never supposed to be the slowest. So I'm either going to be in the center or like one to the left. I'm not a fan. Very frequently, I'll be in the fast lane,
Yeah.
but then like I'm driving and I'll realize that I'm probably pissing people off. So like I'll merge over and then I just like I'm kind of, I guess, back and forth the whole time.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm driving 79 in the fast lane, and there'll be people, I could see them coming up on me because it's so early in the morning. All I see is a bright light. I'm like, okay,
You're talking like 5 a.m., right?
3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So you're driving with a bunch of drunk people, basically, because drunk people get out of the bars, and that's 3 a.m. is when they finish eating their Denny's. This is pretty fair.
That is pretty fair. That's pretty fair. But I've seen my fair share of drunk people and high people, and they always stay in the slow and middle lane.
Yeah.
It's the people in the fast lane. They're these people that are just, they have their phones out, and they're watching these stupid Netflix shows as they're driving.
What was that one movie? What was the movie where the guy is driving? Was it Super Troopers? Where he's going like 20 miles an hour, and then they start messing with him, and then I don't remember what movie it was.
I don't know if it was Super Troopers because, it might have been Super Troopers.
The guy was like driving like 20 miles an hour, and then the cops pulled him over, and they were like, "You're speeding."
Yeah, that was
And then,
Super Troopers.
And then like they go and they do a U-turn, and then they back up and they pull him over, and then the guy in the back is on mushrooms, and he's like, "Dude, I'm tripping out." They look at him. Yeah, you are
tripping, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pulled over as far as I could go.
Have you seen Super Troopers #2?
Yes, I own it. First one's a better one.
First one's always a better one.
Yeah, the second one, it has its moments. You know, it's like, ooh, what are we going to do these things?
Although certain series, they do a really good job of like making the sequels almost as good as the first one.
That's actually true.
Like Star Wars, Harry Potter, The Hunger Games, The Lord of the Rings. Dude, Toy Story.
Okay, yes.
Toy Story is legit until I mean, I like the third one, but I thought the Lotso, like the bear, was kind of creepy.
The first three are my favorite.
The first three?
Yeah. After that, it starts going like, really?
The fourth one? Well, I think there's only 4, right?
I thought there was 5.
I don't know. What's the fourth one? The fourth one is with the creepy...
Is that the fourth one with the bear? Then they almost get incinerated and somehow...
No, that's the third one.
Is that the third one?
You have Toy Story, and then you have Toy Story 2, and then you have... The third one, I'm pretty sure, is the one with the bear.
Is that the third one?
Is the purple bear, Lotso.
Yeah.
Because the second one has the prospector.
Oh, I'm probably thinking...
And then the fourth one is where...
Oh, so, okay.
The fourth one came out like a year ago.
Yeah, that's the one. That's a tearjerker one.
I don't remember.
Well, yeah, Andy gives up his toys, and the girl's like, oh, with wooing waves, bye, Andy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, you know, because you're...
Maybe I blocked it out.
Well, yeah.
I was like causing trauma.
Well, probably. It's like giving up your childhood and understanding you have to move on in life, and you can see giving up your older things to a younger generation so they can enjoy said things.
That's garbage. That's a garbage philosophy. What we should be doing is just taking all of our crap and putting it in a box and carrying it everywhere with us for the rest of our life.
Oh, no, then you should look at my attic.
All you have to do is get a storage unit or an attic. Just buy an attic. You don't even have to buy a house. Just rent someone's attic.
There you go. Oh.
Hey, by the way, you had a baby. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's incredible.
You want to see pictures?
Well, maybe later. Maybe later. How's that going?
Oh, my goodness. It's... When people say having a kid is a change of life, I would always like, oh, whatever, because I babysitted kids all the time growing up. But no, having your own kid, totally life-changing. You see things in a whole entire new way. Like at work, I see things a different way now. I'm like, oh, I can do that. Now I'm like, oh, wait, that can kill me. I ain't going to do that.
You have to be more conscious of like what's dangerous.
Exactly. So, like, things that I would normally do at work now, I'm like, oh, no. Second thought now, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if I get hurt? I can't work anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just things like that. Then coming home, I'm exhausted sometimes, most of the time, working out, I don't know, Irvine, San Diego. Come home after 2 hours of driving, and I come home, and a little bit will be sitting there, and then I see little Sasha, and she looks at me, and her whole entire thing is like, looks over and goes, pa, 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 pa. And I'm like, oh, that's me. And, you know, just out of nowhere, you get that whole entire ultimate warrior energy out of the ring. You're like, oh yeah, I got energy.
Gives you like a second wind, kind of.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so then you can...
Like, it makes all the crap worth it a little bit more.
Yeah, it makes the crap of working, driving, just dealing with modern day life worth it. Then you come home and you have this little child that just looks up to you and just thinks the world of you and just thinks you're the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Even though she's only 6 months and can't say a word and still poops herself.
Have you seen that Jordan Peterson clip floating around social media where he's like, you only have small children for 4 years. After that, no more.
I haven't seen that one yet.
The idea is, like, as they're little, like, toddlers and, like, up until, like, 3 or 4, like, it's like they're a certain style of human. And, like, it's like that phase is, like, it goes away very quickly.
Well, that makes sense because I can already see it in my little nephew. Because
how old is your nephew?
He's 3.
Okay.
He's pushing 4 this year. And he's already getting to the point where he's slapping back at his dad for wanting to punish him and stuff like that.
Slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass. Slapping the bass. Slapping the bass. I'm not going to name names or anything.
All right, dude. That guy.
Oh, my goodness.
Funniest movie ever.
But
anyway, your nephew slaps the bass.
Yeah, he was slapping the bass, and then the dad was like, put the kid on the toilet and told him, I need to calm down before I do something. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And, you know, boys, I think, are a little bit more well-behaved than girls. I think. I don't know.
Does having a baby make you want to be a baby?
Well, yeah. Oh my goodness. Having everything, like, pandered to me, all I got to do is,
I don't know, man. It's bittersweet as you grow older. Like, when you're a kid, you have so much freedom. You could ride your bike to the store a million times, but then you got $1, and you got to make that dollar stretch for a month, and you have no, like, you don't have any responsibility, but you also can't do anything. So if you're like, I want to go to the store by myself, like, you can't. You got to take a sibling, or you got to go get mom, or whatever, you know?
Can I be a kid nowadays? Or would I have to be a kid back in the 90s?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I would not want to be a kid today.
Poor kid.
In today's like society, it's wild. The like what they're doing with the schools and
That's true.
Ever since like 2014, like stuff just got weird, and I don't know what I would absolutely be losing my mind if I had a kid that was like old enough and going to school.
That's true. That's
like,
true.
Teaching them crazy stuff, and I don't know if I could handle it. I don't know, like
the whole entire grooming thing.
I would be super messed up if I was a kid during COVID in like middle school. I'd be like, I'd be so confused. I'd be such a confused person.
That, you know, I was just thinking about all the cool things that they had, but you brought up the whole entire school.
Yeah. Right?
Not being able to see your friends.
Dude, and then everyone's on social media now.
No one goes out anymore.
Nobody has social skills anymore. Nobody has social skills.
No one. Yeah, that's so true, because I have a kid who's or an apprentice that's like,
you're like, I'm a professional. I have a 6-month-old.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I have an apprentice who's 18 to 21.
Dude's probably glued to his phone all day, right?
Glued to his phone, and when I ask him a question, he's like, nah, bruh, nah, that's super cat, man.
He's super cat. Dude, these kids have like this whole other language.
I know.
Like, we are supposed to be the ones with the weird words and the funky slang and the language.
That's what I was saying. I was saying, like, going super cat with the...
Yeah, no, like, dude, I was at church like a couple weeks ago, and some kid next to me was like, God, that's cap. And I swear to you, I looked at him and I said, what'd you say about a hubcap? And all of these youngsters around me were like, no, dude, they all started laughing at me. And they were like, no, Cap, it means this and blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what they said. But
Really?
I definitely started feeling a little bit old.
Oh, no, I feel old all the time when these kids are they're talking, and I'm listening to them because I'm 34. I still think I'm young.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
You think you're young in your head, but your body says, no, F you.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
Hey, does it translate what a 21 or 18-year-old can say? I was like, what is this guy saying?
I think that we grew up in a very unique group of people, our generation, because we did not have the internet when we were small.
No.
But it came, but we had like dial-up. So it took like 7 hours to download a song, and it was like I don't want to talk about that because I've never done that before on LimeWire ever.
No, I've never lost a Dell computer to that reason.
Those reckless people.
Yeah, who would do that?
And it was a gamble. It was like, if you're gonna do that, like, you better be willing to sacrifice your computer because like stuff might get weird. Like you might get a virus, like something.
You better hope that you're caught up on your McAfee.
Yeah, right? So, like, but then as we started getting older, it's like, okay, now we have, like, the internet on the phone, but most of us still don't have phones, and the internet is slow. Like, when I was, like, 15, 16, I didn't have a phone. But my friends that did have phones, like, it didn't matter how much music they had on their phone. If you had any song that was not, like, a Samsung ringtone, or like,
oh, you were the coolest guy in the world.
It could just be a trash song, anything, and like you were the cool kid.
Okay. High school, the cool kid had the best aux cord port and the bass in the back of his truck.
Okay.
Car. So, my friend JD, nerdiest kid in the world, but everyone would want to go to his car during lunchtime because his car had a booming system.
Yeah.
And that was the coolest thing. And then we had iPods.
Okay, iPods. Okay. I'm thinking I had an iPod, but what I remember more was like the Walkman, like the disc player.
Oh, the Discman?
Like the individual one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, and then you could carry it around.
Do you still have your library?
Oh yeah, I still have my CD case. It's in my truck right now. Yeah, I listen to it when I go off-roading. I don't have reception a lot of times.
Yeah.
So I listen to that. Throwback, man. That takes me back.
Okay. So I know I saw this on the internet, so I had to ask one of the kids at work.
Okay.
Do you know how to burn a CD?
Yeah. He probably had no idea what you were
talking
talking
about. He had no
about.
idea what the frick a CD was.
They don't even know what a CD. Yeah, like it's wild.
I was looking at it like, you don't know what a CD.
It's like the same thing as a DVD. I don't think DVDs are that obsolete.
No, everything's downloaded now.
But like, you still have. Did you know that video game systems like Xboxes and PlayStations, they don't have discs anymore?
They don't.
You I don't know if you download them directly from the cloud or if, like, I don't know how it works, but they don't do CDs anymore.
I know you can download games because I do that now, but what's GameStop going to do then? Just sell?
I don't know. Maybe they sell like flash drives with games loaded on them or something. I have no idea.
Yeah. Then what happens if let's say your device can only hold like 128 gigabytes?
Uh-huh.
A game is 64 gigabytes. You only get 2 games.
Back in the day, if you knew someone and their parents had a car with a 6-disc CD changer where it held 6 of them,
my dad had an 8.
Game over.
My dad had an 8.
You had freaking options for days.
Taking my dad's car out was the coolest thing ever because, first of all, it was the size of a freaking boat.
Okay.
And then he had a sound system in it.
It was a van, wasn't it?
Oh, no. His car was a Mercedes.
Okay. The white one.
No, this was the gray one.
I don't remember the gray one.
Yeah. That's because it...
Probably was before I met you, maybe.
Probably, yeah. 21?
I met you when I was like...
21.
16?
So you're 19.
19, maybe?
Yeah, 19, because I was 21. That's when I came back from Utah. So, yeah. That's when we first started officially hanging out.
No, dude, we were hanging out at like Mocha Salsa before Utah, like way before Utah.
We were.
Because you came back from Utah, and then we had that one day where we like, yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting time.
I can't drink liquids fast because of that anymore.
Mm.
And like even water, I can't.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing because I know it sounds weird, but my throat will be like have a gag reflex because of that.
Yeah.
And so I'll be like, I'll be dehydrated. I'll be working on the roof. I'll be like, I'm gonna, down a water real quick.
Yeah.
I'll get halfway through the bottle. Oh, but yeah, no. My dad had this smoky colored Mercedes. Did you want to?
No.
Okay, so my dad had a smoky colored Mercedes, and the inside was this kind of. Kind of like
that had power behind it. And it was clean.
I'm actually kind of jealous.
Anyway, sorry.
The inside was like this color,
Bless
like
you.
with the leather.
Bless
you very much.
What color?
Like the wood color kind of leather.
Of what? Of the desk?
Yes. Like
okay.
Right,
like what? It's like when you're editing something and then you have the paint match thing and then you drag it.
Yeah.
And then it like changes a million times.
Let's go with a cream with a little bit of chocolate in it.
Okay.
So like, kind of like that, like that color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it like that.
Yeah. I have no idea.
That's fine.
I'm not really good with colors, but this car was so bitching. So, is that your dad?
No, I don't know. Who? What? Dad? What? What's a?
Well,
dad?
You looked over there.
I look over there all the time. You know why? Because I could actually see your reflection when you like bend forward. I could see your reflection in the mirror.
Oh.
But it's very faint.
Like I could see you.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a ooh, I'm a spook.
like a ooh. I think that's a derogatory word, isn't it? A spook.
Oh, I can't say that.
You can't say that. Haven't you seen Gran Torino? It's like the definitive Bible for what not to say when you're trying to be non-politically correct. I confuse myself with that sentence, but I think we both know what I meant.
I think that movie was just made so Clint Eastwood could say as many racist words as he can say.
That was the funniest movie ever.
And get paid for it because it was such a beautiful movie.
I don't care what people say. I'm going to be that guy when I get older.
No, I like that movie.
Oh, it was good.
It was
good.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. People like talked bad about it, and it was a horrible movie, like from a politically correct viewpoint. But like the storyline as a whole, like it was put together very well.
Yeah,
and it was interesting because
politically correct.
there was definitely an element of truth to like how the story went down, because that scenario probably happens all the time. It's not like a Mission Impossible jumping off a roof, skydiving into a swimming pool to save the girl.
No,
it was like, here's an old dude who grew up in a different time who's like super racist, and like, but then he becomes friends, and then the little kid likes him at the end of the movie, and like,
yeah, then he gets his car,
and then he killed it. He sacrificed himself for the kid. You remember what happened at the end? He pulled out the lighter and he got shot, and then all the bad guys got arrested. He did that for the little kid.
Exactly, so he wouldn't get caught by their little gang and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then the worst part of that whole entire movie, the credits when Clint Eastwood's actually singing.
I don't even know. Have you seen, what's that called, Lone Ranger?
The movie Lone Ranger?
No, or is that Chuck Norris? Clint Eastwood is in like an older movie. He's like a cowboy, right?
Yeah. Clint Eastwood was always a cowboy or like a military colonel or something like that.
Yeah.
I love Clint Eastwood movies.
Uh-huh.
Actually, what's your favorite like spaghetti western kind of movie?
What the hell is a spaghetti western?
Like a John Wayne kind of film.
I don't even know. Probably City Slickers.
Ooh.
City Slickers is like the only OG cowboy style movie that I even know.
Really?
Normally I just watch like funny stuff.
Well, what kind of funny stuff do you watch?
What kind of funny stuff? Like one of my favorite movies? Dude, I like nonsense movies. I like Step Brothers. I like Will Ferrell's like one of my favorites. Will Ferrell. Dude, Anchorman. Oh my God. I've probably seen Anchorman 30 times.
I didn't know.
James Franco, he's a good one. Seth Rogen. I like the stoner comedians.
Oh.
Yeah, those guys.
Would you watch the new Super Mario movies?
Is that a cartoon?
Yeah.
That's a cartoon. I don't know. Maybe. Probably not.
I wanted to go watch it just because I like cartoons and I like Jack Black. And Seth Rogen's in it.
Jack Black is pretty legit.
Oh, Tenacious D?
His style is an acquired taste, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a certain vibe to him where I could see.
He has that dirty vibe that I like. Because the stoner vibe, that's not me. I never really partaked in the cabbage. But
What do they say in South Park? The beef cabbage.
Beef cabbage.
That was the Jersey Shore episode, I think, right? It's the cabbage. I think that was the thing, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
It was something.
Have you ever seen the South Park where they do the Jersey Shore episode?
Yeah.
Where they're like, Snooki wants smush smush.
Snooki wants snooze.
Snooze, yeah. Oh, man.
Get out of here. You
Those
cabbage.
guys are some of the funniest people on planet Earth.
I know. The balls that they have to pull off some of the jokes that they do.
Yeah.
Apparently, they get death threats and.
Oh, all those shows like that, like American Dad and Family Guy. Family Guy's been sued like hundreds and hundreds of times, probably thousands of times.
Probably because of the whole entire what?
They always get off on the same thing. It's something built into the First Amendment.
Really? Oh, okay. Like freedom of.
Because like they're not actually trying to portray them. It comes off as like an entertainment thing. Like I don't know how it works because I never looked into it that deeply, but
yeah,
that's what it seems like.
Why would you sue somebody because they're making fun of you? I never understood that.
I don't know. I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We got 2 minutes left.
We got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. So
long. Farewell.
Well, that's the Sound of Music, right?
I didn't know that movie was about Nazis.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of things have underlying texts that people don't realize are a thing.
Yeah, I just didn't like the musical of it. Then my dad was telling me, that movie's about Nazis. I was like, no, I actually didn't know that. Then like he was telling me the whole entire So Long Farewell, that's when they're escaping and stuff. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
So I still haven't watched the movie.
But you know what the problem is with America today? Is people find out that classics like that were geared a certain way, or maybe they had an element of propaganda to them. They're skewed, to alter the perspective of someone, the viewer.
Yeah.
But like you can't just discover that that's a thing and then disregard it like it never happened, because what's the phrase that goes, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it or something. So like you can't just hold your breath and go, nope, it never happened. Like if kids grow up not knowing about the Nazis, then like they're gonna start getting racist again, and they're gonna start like being Nazis again.
Like what's going on nowadays?
Yeah, I don't even want to get into that, but that's exactly what's happening. They cut out all kinds of stuff in schools.
It's terrible.
And that's going back to what we were talking about a little while ago with like if we were younger going in school, how it would be all crazy.
You're right. I would want to grow up as a 80s child.
Yeah.
Because their fashion was the best.
Dude, with the glasses and the bowl cuts
and the
button-up shirts.
The stupid bright-ass colors, and you can get away with it.
Yeah.
And then be able to go, yeah.
Oh, that was a Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that was a Michael Jackson.
Thriller. Well, there's our time for today. So if you watched the show, thanks for watching, everybody. And, yeah, see you next time.
That was fun.